Hello, welcome to your home of fearless, independent and credible journalism. My name is Mapito Sibidi and you're live on Newsdesk. In our headlines this morning, 17 dead in a horrific head-on collision road accident on the Kumasi-Techiman Highway. We have updates as we make checks on the 17 other survivors receiving treatment. Also, two-time rejected Juaben MCE nominee granted bail after he was arrested for accosting some assembly members and demanding from them monies he had paid them in order to have him endorsed. We have the latest. And President Akufo-Addo to brief world leaders on steps Ghana has taken to mitigate the effects of climate change in the country. We'll hear from some members of government delegation attending the conference ahead of the president's address. We have more, including business and sports, all in this hour. Stay with us.
What's up, guys? My name is Sammy Forson, host of the Weekend City Show and Ignition right here on Joy 99.7 FM. Well, anytime you happen to be busy and you miss out on your favorite shows right here on Joy FM, here's what you can do. Log on to myjoyonline.com/podcast. Just go on there and you'll find all your shows on demand 24/7. There you can catch up. Remember, Joy FM remains your radio for discerning listeners.
Joy 99.7.
In our first story, 4 adults and 12 children, some in critical condition, are still on admission at the St. Patrick's Hospital in the Ashanti region following Monday's afternoon accident on the Kumasi-Techiman Highway. 17 people, including 10 children, perished in that fatal accident involving a Sprinter bus and articulated truck in the Aboafo forest in the Ashanti region. Now, Ashanti Regional Commander of the Police Motor Traffic and Transport Department, Superintendent Emmanuel Edu Boahene, who confirmed the incident to Joy News, has been appealing to the public to help trace relatives of the deceased. Here is Erastus Asari Donko's report.
A day for the people of Offenso and its environs. 17 people have lost their lives, perished today, right here at this spot. This place is called Aboafo Forest or Aboafo Camp, and it sits straight on the Offenso-Techiman-Kintampo stretch, all the way here. Now, if you see where this articulated truck sits, and you can see the marks on the road, it started veering off its lane when it was coming in from the Techiman end. It veered off its lane right here, met the Sprinter bus and crashed into it, forced it over to that end, killing 17 people, including 10 children, 6 women and 1 man. Now, as we speak, 16 people are battling for their lives at the St. Patrick's Hospital in Offenso. So the information we gather from eyewitnesses indicate that these are predominantly traders, head porters who are heading in from Techiman, Kintampo and its environs to trade, make a living in Kumasi. Now, we are also learning from the police that preliminary investigations have revealed that indeed the driver of this articulated truck might have been dozing off, and that is why it veered off its lane, crashed into the Sprinter, killing these people. We have been speaking with Divisional Police MTTD Commander for Offenso, DSP Edmond Nyameche.
17 were confirmed dead when we go to the hospital, and then 16 of the passengers currently are injured, sustained severe injury and are receiving treatment at St. Patrick's Hospital, Offenso.
Now, police are urging caution and they are advising drivers, especially those who ply this long stretch to Kintampo, Techiman and its environs, to rest when they are tired and avoid overtaking, among others.
Drivers drive long distance. They are supposed to take rest and they don't take rest. You'll be very tired, and at a point you will not know what you are even doing. You can't be focused. In this particular accident, we are believing that the driver dozed off. That is why he lost control and then moved from his lane to the other lane. So, in fact, these are some of the factors that cause accident. In fact, the drivers that drive long distance should be able to take rest. Because if the drivers were two, it would have been okay. But this is the case, most of these long distance drivers are single drivers. So after driving for some hours, at least I think the regulation is 4. At least 4 hours, you need to take rest.
It is yet to be seen whether drivers will take heed with this advice. Reporting for Joy News, Erastus Asaredonko, Offenso Abofo in the Ashanti region.
Now, Superintendent Emmanuel Boahin joins us live with the latest. Good morning, Superintendent.
Deputy Superintendent, rather, point of correction.
All right, thank you so much. Apologies for that. Now, what's the condition of those on admission?
In fact, nothing has changed. We still have the numbers that we put out yesterday. Mm-hmm. And then, in fact, we thank God that they are responding to treatment. We are yet to receive the family of the deceased to come and then identify them. But for now, we are still on with the investigations. We'll be testing the cars and then also know the testing officer's report and so on and so forth. We'll take those things into consideration. Yeah. All
right.
And then we'll be also performing autopsy too on the disease or the person.
All right. No, if I'm getting you correctly, not even one family member has come to identify a body?
Yeah, if you consider or look at the destination, it's Daboya in the Savannah region. So we are believing that the family might be picking the news maybe as at yesterday in the evening or this today.
Yeah.
And then for them to travel all along from Daboya to this place, that is also another journey. So we are believing that hopefully by midday they should be arriving to identify the bodies of the deceased.
And what's the status of the police investigations?
Come again.
What's the status of the investigations?
Yeah, we are monitoring those who are hospitalized. And then, like I said, we'll be performing autopsy on the body. Performing autopsy on the body, and then we'll pick it from there. We are also, in fact, monitoring the condition of one of the suspect drivers. That is the articulator driver. When he becomes well, we'll be looking at some charges against him and then putting him before court.
And can you just clarify what these charges would be?
Oh, definitely, we're going to prefer dangerous driving against him. Definitely.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. That is Deputy Superintendent Emmanuel Boahin telling us or giving us an update of that accident. But away from that, two-time rejected MCE nominee for the Juaben Municipal Assembly, Alex Safo-Kantanka, has been granted bail after police arrested him yesterday. Now, Alex Safo-Kantanka went accosting some assembly members and demanding from them monies he paid them to have him endorsed as the substantive MCE for the area. The assembly members, however, did otherwise. They failed to vote and confirm him, and sources say an amount of 5,000 cedis was paid to each of the 26 assembly members to aid his endorsement. Now, it took police intervention to prevent further assault on an MP, Emmanuel Ajay, and assembly members by supporters of the nominee.
Onipa ena mfumso eba ne nchen. Samayo obi abonye na samafumu obi a ende den.
In the first election to confirm the nominee, Alex Safo Kantanka, only 5 of 26 ballot cast were in his favor. The election was subsequently postponed for various reasons after the president renominated him for the second time. The nominee in the second election could garner only 10 votes out of the total 26, with 1 being rejected. Ashanti Regional Minister Simon Osei-Mensah, who had earlier called on the members to put behind all misgivings against the nominee, expressed his disappointment. One of the assembly members, Patrick Yeboah, claims he was assaulted by the nominee outside the conference room after the election. He was prevented from retaliating. Supporters of the nominee massed up at the assembly grounds, threatening to assault all assembly members locked up in the building.
Hey, this is serious, so they are not allowing the regional minister to go.
The police had to whisk away the Ashanti Regional Minister, Simon Osei-Mensah, from mob action. Representative of the Ashanti Caucus of MPs, Emmanuel Ejay Anhwe, was also assaulted by the mob. Here are some of the persons in support of the nominee.
We are very disappointed because the whole constituency executives wrote a letter approving the nomination of Chamaluta to the president. So when we heard about those things on radio, we were surprised. And the rumors that we have been hearing that the MP is behind all these things.
The nominee around the same period went into the Assembly's conference room where the members were gathered in demand of refund of alleged money paid to the Assembly members. The police intervened to march out the nominee.
Though police have surrounded the building, the assembly members are unwilling to come out. From Juaben for Joy News, Nana Ojima reporting.
This incident led to his arrest yesterday and he has since been granted bail. But let's get full detail of the arrest and subsequent bailing in the following statement issued by the police. So it's dated 2nd November 2021 and it reads, the Ashanti Regional Police yesterday, 1st November 2021, arrested the municipal chief executive nominee for Juaben in the Ashanti region to assist police investigations. It continues, the arrest was in connection with a viral video of the nominee, Mr. Alex Safo Kantanka, allegedly demanding a refund of some sums of money he had allegedly paid to assembly members to vote for his confirmation as the MCE for the Juaben municipal area. After his investigation, caution statement was taken. Mr. Alex Safo Kantanka was then granted bail. It continues, police investigations continue and would like to show the public that anyone who breaks the law will be arrested and subjected to due legal process since no one is above the law. And it is signed by Superintendent Alexander Kweku Obeng, who's the Director of the Public Affairs, the Ghana Police. Away from that, President Akufo-Addo and colleague world leaders will be taking turns to brief the world today on various steps they have taken to mitigate the effects of climate change in their respective countries as they gather in Glasgow to find ways of arresting the rapid rise in temperature. Now, some 200 countries are expected to present a plan to the world on how it intends cutting emissions by 2030. The president is attending this conference with a host of his ministers. One of them is Minister of Energy, Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh. He tells Joy News Ghana has a solid Testimony on measures taken to mitigate the effects of climate change, especially in the energy sector.
The GOFOR established the JBK committee as far back as 2001, 2002. It was to give us a roadmap to nuclear. They gave their report in probably 2008, and all governments have subsequently been following. Now Ghana has got to, the president has declared publicly that we are going nuclear. And today the president had a meeting with the Director General of IEAE to congratulate the president on Ghana being one of the first countries going through the hoops and loops of the difficult access point of IEA. And Ghana has got into, we said, documents around the preferred countries. We have selected 4 sites in the country that potentially we can have a nuclear power plant in Ghana. We are looking for a country to partner with to develop our nuclear. And we want nuclear for base loads. We want nuclear for base loads. Solid industrialization purpose. That's where we are going. And I think with the assurances that we got from today from IAEA to support Ghana all along the way, it will come to pass. Ghana will also be one of the first countries in Africa to adopt nuclear technology. I think we will eventually get there for nuclear power generation. Also, I can tell you that in Black Africa, Ghana is probably the second country in the list of electricity access. We have achieved about 86.23 as we speak, where universal access is declared at 90 or above. The president's commitment is to have universal access at least by 2024. What does it mean? To move from 86 to 90 is the most difficult terrain that we have. It's easier to move from 0 to 80 than move from 86 to 90. Why? Because the areas left are the remote and hard and difficult areas to reach, like islands, about 300 or 400 islands we have on the Volta Lake. There are human beings living there who also desire the goodness of life. So what we are doing is what we call off-grid battery-supported deployment, where we put solar panels, we put the batteries there where it supplies those community. We've worked with Switzerland to do the first 5 pilots. We've already put on tender for another 20. And we are seeking support that we can offset with carbon credits going forward to electrify all those areas and help us get to our commitment.
Energy Minister Dr. Matthew Poku-Prempeh there. Also among Ghana's delegation is Ghana's High Commissioner to the United Kingdom, Papa Owusu Ankoma.
Globally, there's supposed to be action to minimize the carbon emissions so that we slow down the change in climate to save the global environment for future generations, hence COP26. And when it comes to Africa, Ghana is considered to be one of the leading and most progressive nations when it comes to tackling climate change. Globally, as we call for even stop production of vehicles that use fossil fuels, diesel, petrol. They're talking about electric energy, solar power generated energy, and even now nuclear power generation energy. And indeed, Ghana will shortly, probably in the next few months, there will be an announcement that is going to be the center for the training of nuclear scientists to work against cancer, etc., in certain parts of Africa. So for us, it's very, very, very important. The Commonwealth has a group of nations combating climate change. Bangladesh sponsored an award, which they're going to start next year, June, hopefully, at the Common Sense of Government meeting in Kigali. Ghana is part of it. And the chairman of the Parliamentary Select Committee delivered a statement on behalf of Ghana. In his absence, I delivered the statement on his behalf. So generally, this is a major major conference for the world and for Ghana. And Ghana is very, very, very much representation. The Ministry of Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation is the coordinating ministry. You have the EPA, you have the Ministry of Energy, you have the Ministry of Lands and Forestry, all right? So this is a major, major event, and the Ghanaian representation in terms of delegation is probably one of the highest in Africa.
My colleague Seth Kwame-Boateng is in Glasgow and will be bringing us a live update later in the bulletin. But away from that, the officials of the Accra Metropolitan Assembly, with the aid of the police on Monday, apprehended a sewage tanker driver in his 50s. Now, this happened after a video showed him dislodging sewage into the Aveno Odo drain at the Aveno Junction. He's currently in the custody of the Kaneshi police and is expected to appear before court Tuesday. Benedicta Afra-Mensah's reports read to you.
The Accra Metropolitan Assembly on Monday arrested a sewage tanker driver for dislodging human excreta in the Odon drain. The driver in the video said he had authorization from the AMA and the Aveno assemblyman. District Environmental Health Officer Joseph Asitanga gave details about the arrest.
I picked an information yesterday from a community member at Aveno that there was this particular septic tank at the tip of the Odo River discharging raw effluent into the drain. So they sent me the pictures of the truck and the discharge. Upon the information I received from the community members, this morning we made a move to investigate to see which truck has come to do that particular exercise. So by our tracking, we moved to the Lavina Hill where the Cespit MTS park. So when we got there, we tracked and we could not get the truck. So thankful to us, the informant was able to take a picture of the truck. So we took the picture, opened it, and we realized that there was contact numbers attached to the truck. So based on that, we called the truck that we have a tank we want to empty, if it can follow up to come and quickly empty a tank for us. But then we came to make a police arrangement waiting for his arrest. So when we called, upon the call, he moved the car and got to the point of the scene, Kaneshi here. So when he got here, we apprehended the driver and the truck. And then the driver is now in the custody, in the hands of the police, pending on us working on a docket tomorrow to process him to appear before the law court.
Speaking to Joy News, the assemblyman for Aveno electoral area, Alfred Asiedo-J, claimed he had no knowledge of the operations of the sewage driver.
It's quite unfortunate. This morning, someone sent me a video of someone dislodging fecal matter into the Aveno Odo drain, and the person boldly said the assembly member asked him to come and do so, and I was taken aback. So I took my time to watch the video. Quickly, I have to report the matter to the sanitation department, the sub-metro, that is AMB, which they took the matter up. So you can see that the car number is there, and the person boldly showed his face. And thanks to the public health, yes, the public health department under the sub-metro of AMB, quickly they followed it up with the car number, and they made a follow-up to the company, of which they arrested the owner of the company. They brought him to the police station, and he was able to produce the driver. Initially, the driver denied even doing anything of of such. But when the video was showed to him, he was taken aback. And to God be the glory, and kudos to the police. The driver has been arrested. And I want to put it on record. He has never been authorized by anybody to do that, and investigation continues. And I'm hopeful that tomorrow he will be sent to the sanitation court, and the court will take the matter forward.
Let's return to the climate change conference in Glasgow, where my colleague Seth Komiboting joins us live with more on today's session. Seth, if you can hear me, has the president done his briefing already?
The president is here to give his address and tell the world exactly what Ghana is doing to combat the negative impact of climate change in the country. But before he speaks, I have here with me the head of Environmental Protection Agency. In fact, they are running this, and Ghana is well represented. And I have the chief executive here with me, Honorable Dr. Henry Kokofu. So, Honorable, thanks for your time. Ghana is highly represented in this conference. The president is about speaking. What is the president going to tell the world about what Ghana has done?
Well, this was straightforward.
Seth, if you can just ask him to please adjust his sound. We can't really hear him.
If you can speak up, yeah.
Hello, can you hear me now?
A little bit, but let's see if we can work with it.
Yes, okay. What is this? We are waiting for the president of Ghana.
Like we're having some troubles with that Zoom. Seth, can you hear me?
Let's do this.
All right. So Seth is just trying to connect that.
Is it okay?
Fantastic.
Good. Yeah. Yes, on your question, the President of the Republic, Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, have been engaging the citizenry on matters of climate change far long. Since he was appointed as co-chair of the eminent group of advocates, he had been on the forefront both globally and internally. And during our pre-COP engagements, we told you, all of you Ghanaians, that coming into this meeting with strong negotiation skills and abilities, and indeed, we have a lot on the plate. As we speak today, our president has given his assent to the updated nationally determined contributions, of which Ghana is very much committed to.
Which one is that?
Yeah, these are volunteers, so to speak. Nations were obliged, or maybe were asked by the Paris Agreement, that nations should come up by themselves to determine what they can do to contribute to the minimization of climate effects and then emissions. So Ghana, as part of the committees of countries, we also have our own NDCs. That's what we call nationally determined contributions. And it has two phases, the adaptation and then the mitigation. What we intend doing, or what we want to do in order to mitigate effects of climate change, and then what we intend to do, or we have got to do, to mitigate or to enhance adaptation of climate effects. So through that, we have what we call our points to argue on. And very, very critical on the furnace is, on the burner, is the issue of the G20 countries. I mean, the developed countries.
The money they're supposed to give African countries.
Yeah, not African countries. They are promised of $100 billion as an initial capital to help finance climate smart projects. And here we're talking about projects that intend to alleviate the climate change and then to slow down the warming, the global warming. And it all comes with cost. Ghana, on our own, we are looking at something around 10 to 16 billion Ghana.
That is what we are seeking. We're hoping to get from them, the G20 countries.
Well, we have quantified our cost, and it's running about $16 billion. And we're looking forward that when these monies are given out, then developing countries, most affected countries, vulnerable countries, will have a share in there, will have access to these funds, so we can go ahead and then finance the projects that we intend to go with. And most of the activities are going to limit the use of our natural resources. Particularly, we are trying to plant more trees. We've already planted some more. And we are being asked to retain these trees as a forest cover, as carbon sinks and all other things.
Yeah.
We do also have the marine resources that we need to enhance to be able to serve as carbon sinks. So all these and many others require huge and substantial amount of investment. And this is what we are looking up to, that developing countries will be adequately resourced and financed to address these issues. Given that almost 4% is what is being emitted from Africa, the entire global percentage.
Yes, we are experiencing the negative side of it.
Exactly.
The floods, droughts, and all those things.
Exactly. And again, we are being called upon to come in and contribute to the limitations. So if you are coming to contribute, then it comes with a cost.
Yeah.
And it comes with some kind of sacrifices. So we are asking for financing of these costs. And that is basic. And I do know that our president will not leave this matter to go. He will try as much as possible to have on. And there are other issues that he may have to bring to the knowledge of the entire global leadership as he enters into the summit.
All right, thank you so much.
I'm sure we're going to get back to you.
So that is the CEO of Environmental Protection Agency, Henry Kukofu. But Seth, if you can hear me, which heads of state are represented at the conference?
I can talk about almost 132 heads of state worldwide. So it's not easy to pinpoint who are here. But the British Prime Minister is here. The EU presidents are adequately represented.
Yeah.
And the Asian countries are also represented. Yesterday, I had the opportunity to meet with the Bangladesh Prime Minister when we went to a forum we call CVF. That is the Climate Vulnerability Forum. It is a grouping that those of us who find ourselves so vulnerable on the side of climate change has come together to advance our cause. And we are saying that we want to transform vulnerability into prosperity. We want to take the disadvantages of climate change into making our lives better wherever we find ourselves. So Ghana being a key member of that. And indeed, we are getting ready to assume the presidency next year when Bangladesh has finished their term this year. So many heads of states are around. I cannot give them.
I saw John Kerry even yesterday. He was around.
U.S.
yes.
Yeah, Vice President.
Secretary of State.
Yeah.
So the former President Obama.
Yeah.
I saw him around yesterday.
Yes. And there are a lot of key world leaders around. So we are only hoping that the world will listen this time around. The G20 countries will listen and then do the needful. Yeah.
Thank you.
So much. That is CEO of the Environmental Protection Agency, Henry Kukofu, with our colleague Seth Kwame Watson at that climate change conference in Glasgow. But away from that, after 5 days of searching, prospective homeowners who visited the EcoBank Joy News Habitat Fair say they have been educated to enable them make the best decision on housing needs. Exhibitors who brought in discounted packages for lands, affordable housing, furniture, home insurance, assorted paints, and many more also said their expectations have been met. Hannah Odami was at the Accra International Conference Center for the final day and now reports.
I was confused when I was coming in as to whether to buy or to rent and own or whatever it is. But I'm so convinced now that I have to buy.
And that's how the dilemma on whether to build or to buy was settled at the EcoBank Joy News Habitat Fair. 5 days of getting everything for your housing needs under one roof. And the patrons say they've been spoiled for choice.
We are putting up a place and we want to finish it, so we are looking at and coming here. You know, it's not easy to get all the people under one place. And when we came, we were able to talk to people and then we got information. I have few offers and then, so I think you're a friend and you are doing very well and I'm happy about it.
For the CCTV, I need it for my school and then also the borehole. I took advantage of it and also the paints. And also, like, my school is in the waterlogged area, so I was having challenges with dumping. So I spoke to one company in that area and then they gave me products that are going to help me. So it's been good.
No, it's the best, but that's why I'm here. Because I knew if I come here, I'll get everything that I will need for my project. So I think I'm okay. Sure. If I tell people say to give me 10%, 50%, if I should get in touch. So I've taken the contact, I've always get in touch with them to take advantage of the promotion going on.
And the discounts on their products saw the exhibitors smiling to the many clients who trooped to their stands.
So it has been a wonderful experience. In fact, we've had a lot of traffic at our stand here. I must commend Joy FM for this initiative. It's been good. We've got a lot of people coming to our stand to know more about us and want to do business with us. So we are happy and it's worthwhile coming.
It's been very good, as a matter of fact. We've had a lot of patronage, and I think our promotions and discounts, which you publicize a lot, is what everybody's interested in. So we're offering $5,000 off anybody that for anything you buy with us, and if you lock it in. And so far, we ran out of one of our limits, but we're still extending it.
This fair was a good place to be at, so that we can connect with homeowners and builders and see what we could do. And I mean, the fair gave us the opportunity to be able to do that network, and I've enjoyed my time here, and I'm looking forward to next year's.
For now, the fair is over, but the offers and the deals still exist, and the exhibitors are waiting for your call. From the Accra International Conference Center, I am Hannah Odami for Joy News.
Away from that, she became a victim of a witchcraft accusation and subsequently an attack that nearly ended her life because her attackers said she used juju to make her business successful. Over 1 year after surviving a life-threatening attack, Mary Ibrahim, a 61-year-old woman, is still crying for justice. Her case was settled out of court. Now she wants the Ghana police to reopen her case and bring her perpetrators to book. Here are some experts of the Hotline documentary, Finding the Witch Hunters.
When misfortune strikes and there are no answers and explanations, mostly old women are blamed for it. Sometimes the accusation starts with very flimsy reasons.
Said we are successful in the trading, so we use juju.
That is the story of Mary Ibrahim, a resident of Sumpini in the Damango constituency in the Savannah region. She has now been compelled to relocate to another community. August 30, 2020 was the day she nearly died. She recounts a group of young men ganged up and attacked her because her trade business was booming. Mary said the young men said they had received a revelation that she was hatching plans to kill one of them to ensure her business booms. The immediate action was the infliction of machete wounds on her body. As if they were possessed, they slashed, hacked a part of her face, elbow, and chopped off her fingers.
There's no more job inside.
That made me say, "Pet, not sankwala, no more fussy." Oh, move, more yoga from bed. Oh, what the daddy?
The young men besieged my home and started accusing me. Before I could talk, they started slapping me and they slashed me with a machete. I started bleeding in the nose and mouth. I was confused, so I asked them why they were attacking me. They said I was a witch, and I was shocked. I asked, have I killed anyone? Have I made anyone sick? So why are you attacking me? Their fathers supported them. Their fathers told them to kill me. They hurt my child's eye. But they chased me and started slashing me with a machete. They cut off my 2 fingers. My neighbor came to my rescue. I had difficulty walking. Before I could get to her house, they cut part of my arm and the side of my face. They started lashing me. I have very bad scars.
Mary's story made headlines when a physician assistant, Thomas Asetanga, recorded the abuse and circulated it to the media. According to him, Mary could have easily died from the life-threatening wounds. So he circulated pictures of the attack to the media with the sole intention to exert some form of pressure on the police to arrest the perpetrators.
All she could say was, "Meba, pacho buamwai, meba, pacho buamwai." That's all she could say. And I think that also was one of the reasons why I decided to send pictures out, because I felt this needed to be out there for people to see what had happened. That was just my motivation. I wanted to get justice.
Excerpts of the Hotline documentary Finding the Witch Hunters by Jojo Kwabena. The full documentary is again on the Joy News channel tonight at 6:30 p.m. We'll take a break for business.
Hi, this is Lexus Bill, host of Drive Time on Joy 99.7 FM. Listen, you don't have to worry if you miss Drive Time or Personality Profile. It's going to be live on our podcast page. Just log on to www.myjoyonline.com/podcast. You can listen to Drive Time, Personality Profile, and any other of your favorite shows on Joy FM on that page. You don't have to miss a show at all. Joy 99.7 FM, radio for discerning listeners.
You're still watching Joy News Desk with me, Mapita CBD, and in business, about 10,000 businesses and startups are up to benefit from a new initiative by the Asantehene Otumfuo Osei Tutu II as a tool to rebuilding the local economy after COVID-19. Known as the Otumfuo Entrepreneurship Challenge, it is aimed at addressing both unemployment and underemployment situation in the Ashanti region, by extension Ghana. The main objective is to provide relevant support for the youth in the Ashanti region to start, grow, build and expand their businesses. Principia has more.
Apart from the enabling environment, the main challenge of entrepreneurship and startups continue to be access to capital and technical support. This is what the Otumfuo Entrepreneurship Challenge was set up to address. With initial target being businesses in the Ashanti region, it is projected to extend to other parts of the country. Michael Kwetia, the project lead.
So this new initiative is trying to tackle unemployment and particularly underemployment in Ghana. So the initiative obviously comes from Asante Mine and is aimed at helping mainly Asante Mine youth to start and grow businesses that will create wealth and jobs at the same time. So it's a 5-year project and we're targeting to at least engage with over 10,000 businesses, and will provide direct support to about 1,000 businesses and financial to support about 50 businesses over the 5-year period.
The project will also target businesses in the informal sector and empower them. Mr. Kwetia is positive this will strengthen the informal sector.
One of the things we hope this project will achieve is a lot of formalization of the informal sector businesses. So it's not a project designed at only high-level business projects, but rather our indigenous type of businesses that solve our day-to-day problems that we can help grow and expand in that. So the form will be through an application, and once the application satisfies one of the main needs of being able to create jobs and scale and solve local problems, then the experts' jobs is to actually help these businesses grow over a period of time.
Sunpower Innovations and Agroecom Ghana Limited, a licensed cocoa buying company, are some of the partners of the foundation that support agricultural production. Richard Sewage is General Manager of Agroecom Ghana Limited.
Looking at the benefits that came out of this program, we decided to renew the program with an additional 200,000. So now we are into the program for the next 4 years again with a 1.6 million. And this time we want to expand the reach. One of the basic, most challenging issue with farmers has got to do with the right agro products, chemicals. So we intend to bring that also into the program to facilitate the farmers to acquire good agriculture agro inputs that can help them have the better yield.
These were reviewed when the foundation introduced the new board of trustees to the Asantehene during the Akweside. Nana Professor Oheneba Boacheji Wahine II is board chairman of the trustees.
Na ejumedie no dɔɔso ɛna kuku no so na ɛyɛ adɔɔso ne ɛwɔ Otumfo Education Fund, Otumfo Charity Foundation, Sewage Foundation. Yɛfɛ ne nyinaa na afɛ ne duru baabi a na ate sɛ yɛ nipa mmienu no kɔ faako. Ɛnyɛ sɛ kyerɛ sɛ bi ɛkɔ akɔsrɛ biribi afiri company bi hɔ a Foundation Education Fund kɔ na Sewage Foundation so kɔ. Na ɛkɔ akɔyɛ sɛ abɔ ebira kakra. Te yɛn sɛ de ne nyinaa bɛba abɛhyɛ kyiniɛ baako ase. I have friend Otumfo Osetu to the Second Foundation. It Otumfo Osetu the Second Foundation, and I say a few foundations in India also. It is up.
Meanwhile, Asantehene Otumfo Osetu to the Second charged the board to effectively grow the foundation.
Mama na mutrimo yeda ezanzu Otumfo be said the amonso me ba yire mo amoye.
The Otumfo said to the Second Foundation's mission is to improve the quality of life of beneficiaries by enhancing access to good quality education, health and sustainable infrastructure, while promoting programs in ICT, tourism and socio-economic empowerment. Prince Apia reporting.
Away from business, many winning schools at the National Maths and Science Quiz Championship celebrate their victories with school anthems, or what they refer to as hot jama and danceable songs. But for Mpraeso Senior High School, it must always start with the solemn Osibisa's 1971 classic song, Woyaya. Maxwell Baba has more.
Definitely going to be muddy and rough from the 1-8 stage when we have the 27 seeded schools joining. On Mpraeso Senior High School are confident and hopeful that they'll definitely get there. Why this Osibisa song and not any other song?
Because this song has a very powerful incarnation on our lives. It gingers us whenever we sing it. And God, through God's grace, we are going to do it once more again and again. And we are expecting them to watch us live at Kumasi. We are bringing power.
Okay, so are you guys going to sing the song after every contest that you win?
Yes, please. For sure.
Okay, so what if you lose? What song do you sing?
We are not going to lose. Okay. Yes, we are going to sing it. Yes.
My name is Usman Sawin-Fred, Assistant Headmaster Academic.
Okay.
We are very happy for the old students. They've done a yeoman's job as far as this contest is concerned.
Okay.
They have been very supportive from day one, and we appreciate their effort. And we hope that they are going to continue to support the team so that the team will be able to win the final situation. That is our target, and we know that definitely we will win. The skies are limit. We thank the old students very well. We are very, very happy.
You're going to sing this song after?
Yeah, we continue singing this song because we know that definitely we will win.
Okay.
We are prepared towards it.
Okay.
They've invested in this competition. Okay. That's why we are doing very, very well. Okay. And it's a shock to the other schools. Okay. We are going to Kumasi and we are going to show them where the power is. Yes, we are going to win at Kumasi. So they should look for us. We are coming. We are coming. We are coming. We are coming.
The National Science and Maths Quiz is brought to you by Cowbell, Papa's Pizza, Ace Medical Insurance, Dole Yogurt, DBS Roofing Sheets, and Tampico. We'll be back with sports.
Hello, my name is Evans Mensah, and you can relive all the fun and excitement on Top Story, Newsnight, and of course, Ghana Connect via podcast. All you need to do is to log on to myjoyonline/podcast. Search for your favorite show and relive the moment. Joy 99.7 FM, your radio for discerning listeners.
And it's time for sports. Mubarak joins me. This is the first time we're doing this.
Yeah. And I'm happy.
All right. So tell me about Champions League. What's going on?
Yeah, after a 2 weeks break, the Champions League is back. Match day 3 has been played already. So today is match day 4. We should be expecting some fascinating games, I should say.
Okay.
The fixtures on your screen. Chelsea, they are actually playing at early kickoff around 5 p.m. They will play.
That's nice. You know, I support Chelsea.
Oh, really?
I support Chelsea, but I also support Barcelona.
You support Barcelona?
Yeah.
But Barcelona, they are struggling.
But now that my man is not there,
Who is your man?
I've moved to PSG.
Yeah, Messi.
Yeah.
Oh. It's interesting to see what Barcelona, they have won just 1 game in 3 matches. So they have to win. They have to win today.
Yeah.
They face Dynamo Kiev. Bayern Munich, once they avoid defeats today, they will also progress to the next stage of the competition. Then we have Manchester United. They face Atalanta in Italy.
Okay.
They also have to win to ensure that they have a chance of progressing to the next stage of the competition.
I see. So which team should we look out for, or which game should we look out for? Obviously, Chelsea is one of them.
Yeah, Chelsea.
Barcelona is also one of them.
Yes, exactly.
Apart from those, who do you think we should look out for?
Juventus, Zenit St. Petersburg will also be playing.
Yeah.
And then we've got Bayern Munich and then Benfica as well. As you can see, Atalanta versus Manchester United. So all these are interesting games to look forward to tonight.
All right, 5 p.m.?
Yes, Chelsea play 5 p.m., but the rest of the matches kicks off at 8.
At 8 p.m. All right, thank you so much, Mubarak, with that sports update. And that's how we draw the curtains here on Joy News Desk. For more news, you can log on to myjoyonline.com. My name is Mapito Sibidi. Stay with us for more programs.